Hey guys, Saf here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and in this video today I am going to be talking about something that was sort of shared with me from a clanmate and on the official Raid Discord. So this is a screenshot that was sent to me from a clanmate and from different places. New data mine stuff, gold chests to buy for arena medals coming. Well, we knew that anyway. They'd announced that they were going to be allowing us to exchange our gold medals for chests. They didn't confirm what was in the chests, when it would be coming, what frequency, how much it would cost. We don't know any of the details. We just know we can exchange our gold medals that we've earned from Classic Arena and exchange them for chests. They will be coming on a cooldown and only available to those with a maxed Great Haul, which kind of makes sense. I don't really know about the cooldown. To me, if I've got the medals, can I just burn them? I don't really see the need for a cooldown. Now, maybe the chests are really rewarding, and that's why it's a cooldown. We're not talking about this in this video. What I want to talk about is the next part of this message. Next Path event will be about summoning souls from stones. There will be a tournament about opening soul stones. Get as many souls as you can to earn points and get your hands on great rewards. There's also another thing about here, which we'll talk about a little bit, which is tournaments to clear dungeons in a few turns as possible. Now, I don't really care about the first or the third one. That's future content. We can discuss that when it comes out. The one I'm really narrowed on here is next Path event will be about summoning souls from stones. And there will be a tournament about opening soul stones. So obviously, whenever I get these rumors, I'm like, oh, well, it's probably just someone like either getting some sort of weird internal information, or maybe they're just putting their tinfoil hat theory on and they're making this up. Let me go check the static client data from the current game version. So I went in, I do my usual thing. This is how I get multipliers, lots of different things. I'm not the only one that does this. Loads of people do this. And it is correct. Right now, there is a localization information, so the sort of text description of things that gets added to an effect or gets added to an object or something of that nature. That suggests that we're going to get soul summoning chase tournaments and a hero's path with summoning souls. Now, before I get into actually talking about this and putting my opinion across and different things, I was basically 50-50 about whether I should record this video. But what made me decide to do this video in the end is this information is getting shared amongst all of the top clans in the game. It is out there in the community. Some people know about it and some people don't. And it has consequences for you as a player when you're making decisions. Now, when Soulstones first came out, Plarium did make a statement. And to be fair to them, they never said it couldn't happen. I'm going to get that message up on screen now. So this was posted on 9th of September 2022 by Oracle as a raid digest. And the key thing I want to look at here, this is patch 6. It's quite a while ago now. We're talking 9 months. First, there will be no events or tournaments for the Awakening related activities, Raid Iron Twins, Summoning Souls, Awakening of Champions in the nearest future. This means that to complete at least several next fusions, you may safely focus on the well-known activities. Secondly, there will be no ×2 or ×10 summon boost events of summoning souls, at least for the immediate future. So to be fair to Plarium, they have kept up to that statement. The nearest future is a very abstract term. You might consider the nearest future to be a month. Some people might consider it to be a quarter. Some people might think it's a year. It's been 9 months. So they basically said, in the immediate future, this is not going to be there. So we basically pulled our souls, didn't really matter, whatnot. But this is now changing. So what I wanted to basically preempt this video with is I'm not here to accuse Plarium of anything. What I am doing is bringing awareness to the entire community that this is a potential thing that looks like it could happen, because some people in the community know about it and other people do not. And I don't like that's not fair. I don't like the fact that some people get an advantage because they might be saving their souls right now, and other people are not, and they're pulling souls because they don't realize this could happen because there hasn't been any in the past. So firstly, let me just answer the question here. Is there a hint that we are going to get a tournament? Yes. Now, is it going to happen for certain? No, but it's a very high probability. We knew about hard mode dungeons coming out about a month before they actually did, because some of the assets, the images, the champion icons, the boss icons, they got added into the game client as assets that people can basically reverse engineer, and it got leaked to people like Chosen were doing videos on it. It got leaked to Reddit. It was out there in the community, and then it did come to pass. Often at times they will put things in there like, I tend to know when the next champion daily 7-day login is coming a little bit before everyone else, but I never announce it because I know that that's something that Plarium want to create a hype video out, and I'm not going to go and release information. I learned my mistake when I did that with Deliana, and I realized the issue with that. So any of that information, because it doesn't impact you as a player, you will get that exactly the same way as any other player. You don't need to know about it right away. Just because I know about it, because I can see it in the game code, doesn't mean that I need to tell everyone about it. This is different because you will make decisions today which could affect the ability for you to play in a week or two's time if they release this content. Now, there are some things that end up going in the static data that never come to pass. There has been champions added with champion skill descriptions and different things. Not the champion themselves, just their skill descriptions, their names. They have been added to the game static before and have never actually been released in the game. So there's a possibility that this doesn't happen. However, I would say it's more likely to than not. So what should you do? Well, certainly in the immediate future, you want to start saving souls, right? Basically, they've said in the immediate future, there was no events and there was no boosted odds. Now, if they're bringing events and they're bringing tournaments, then there's a fair probability that there could be boosted soul odds. So if that's the case, you want to start saving your souls. Now, right now, they are throwing soul stones at you at better prices than they have ever done before. I don't know if there is one still open here or whether it's expired right now. I think it has expired, but we have seen basically packs here. Like I can go into Smiley's tracker. Smiley TK does a pack breakdown video series of all the different packs that come out, and we can see over the last few days we have had so many soul stones at a rate of 2 tier 1 soul stones for $1. Normally, they used to sell them at sort of a 1-to-1 ratio. They've done like soulstone packs here where you could buy 5 of them. Like you could buy 160 tier 1 stones for $80. There was a pack before that where you could buy 160 for $80 3 times. And then you could buy tier 2 stones, 24 of them for $80 3 times. There was one before that. Like they've been throwing them out. There was a daily pack where you could basically get 160 for, I think it was 160, was it? It was 100 for $40. They have been throwing soulstones the last 2 weeks, which is a bit of a preamble to say something is coming with regarding soulstones, right? Normally, I would only ever recommend, or not so much recommend, I would only ever justify buying any souls when it was a 2-for-1 ratio. 2 soul stones for $1. Those were pretty good deals because they were rare. They didn't happen often, which is why I got one of those packs because I thought they were rare. But now I'm starting to wonder if they're not rare. I'm doing this video because I feel like I have an obligation to the general community to go, hey, I'm informed about something that's going to affect your gameplay. It would me basically be saying there's never going to be a champion chase tournament in the nearest future. So you should just pull your shots whenever. But then I come along and go, there's a champion chase tournament that's now you get good rewards on, or it's dependent on the fusion. Now, I'm not saying that the Soul Stone tournament is going to be dependent on infusion. It's very unlikely they're going to do that, certainly in the immediate future. But it's certainly going to give you rewards that you probably will want to get. And there will be a subset of players that come along and go, well, I just pulled my souls because I didn't realize you were going to do a Hero's Path. And then you have the likes of Mad Clan. You have the likes of ET. You have the likes of Sacred Pandas. You have the likes of these top competitive clans sitting there hoarding hundreds upon hundreds because they know there's a tournament coming, and that tournament might include boosted odds. We don't know that for certain. There's no text to say there's a boosted odds. I'm just doing well, if they said they wouldn't do tournaments and they're now thinking about doing tournaments, are they now thinking about doing boosted odds? We don't really know. So the TLDR of this video, if you have stones, tomorrow you're going to get Hydra. Save your stones. Don't summon them straight away. Hold on to them for a couple of weeks. Let's wait to see what they come out with in terms of this news. Maybe Plarium will do a bit of an announcement to say, yes, we are planning to do it now that it's aware. And as I said, I don't want to be accused of leaking information. I'm only doing this video because everyone in the top clans, and it's been reported on the Raid official Discord and different places, some people know about this, but not everyone knows about it. So I'm trying to give it a little bit more awareness to say, look, Soul tournaments are coming. Hero paths look like they are coming. There's a potential that they are going to be added. So maybe you shouldn't just yeet your stones every time you get them, which is what I used to do. I used to just pull them whenever I got them, and it didn't really matter. I was going to do, with my Sacred Shard video, pulling all these soul stones. I'm holding them now because I don't know how many points this could be. If you think of how valuable a Sacred Shard is in a Summon Rush, this could be a very valuable stone to have. So I'm currently holding them. It's kind of sad that it's another Weight Shadow Legends, but that is the reality. So the TLDR, save your stones. Let's see what Plarium say. And as I said, I'm not leaking this information from the game client. That's why I was a bit 50-50. I felt it was a bit like, well, it's not really certain. I don't really like to do videos on things that are not guaranteed. But at the same time, I felt like it was unfair that a lot of people knew about it in the top clans who could get a competitive advantage over other people who didn't know about it. And to be honest, I'm trying to sort of catch off people going, well, I just pulled my stones. You didn't tell me this was coming. I'm trying to curve off that argument and basically say, look, I'm giving you a bit of a heads up that this could be a thing that is coming. So start building up your resources so that you can use it when you want to. So that is a word of warning. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Plarium comes out and clarifies. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.